Welcome along into a gloriously sunny day here in May at New Tinto Park. The SWPL 1 continues, and Glasgow City on the road up against Rangers, a side who did get a win at the Excelsior in pre-season against the champions. Let's get straight to the sides for the home team. Well, they lost their top goal scorer for last year, Katie Turner, to Hibs at the beginnings of 2017, but do have goals on their sides and youth to their name. Lisa Swanson is in her 10th season now at the club and is a goal scorer. Only got the 5 last campaign, but looking to add to that in the current crop of games that are ahead for the rest of the season. For City, it's a pretty similar lineup to late. 1 or 2 injury niggles, but Noelle Murray has been in fine form of late, scoring goals in big games. Leanne Ross has been jostling around the back four, either right back or centre half. A bit of a light bench, but plenty of youth, and Leanne Crichton back on there after a bit of a concussion last week. Morag Peary is the ref, and one of those players with injury issues is Lauren McMurtry, who's going to be taking on the mantle as the first player to join us in the commentary box for our highlights. Lauren, first of all, a quick question on the injury and the game ahead.
In regards to the injury, it's not really anything to worry about at this moment in time. It just seems to be a bit of irritation in my knee, just from probably the amount of minutes I played in the semi-final against Hibs. So I can't really complain with the amount of surgery I've had on my knees, as many people know. It's not really something huge to worry about. Structurally, everything's fine. So just a wee bit rest for a couple of weeks, and I should be back hopefully training and on the pitch for the girls. In regards to the game today, it's also a big game for us after last week. We don't want to put all that hard work to waste. We want to just push on and make sure we can put a good in performance and get the 3 points today.
Now, we've not really touched on yet the fact that Amy McDonald, now the manager, after recently leaving Glasgow City's head of youth position. Arthur's header didn't find anyone in blue. Clark trying to race in, but Ellie grappled the ball in the first minute for Alexander. Right back. Nice ball for Foley. Lauder on the edge of the box. It's a good strike early on, and what a start that is in a little over a minute. An absolute beauty from Hayley Lauder. Scored a big goal last week against Hibs and follows that with a fantastic strike early in the game here.
Brilliant from Hayley, to be fair. She's cropped up in the last couple of games, with some goals and things like that. Been really clinical in front of goal recently, so really good for her, and it's a great finish.
Third goal of the season in the competitions. Second in the league after last week's goal. And a perfect start for the champions. Grant trying to turn away from the shackles of Hannah Robertson. Kiva Keenan wondering where she would feature. Leanne Ross has been playing centre half, or did last week, but Leanne Ross further forward from the start. Keenan again, look at the space here for Murray. Splitting open the 2 defenders. Murray striking not far away at all from Noelle Murray for a quick flash second.
It's a great ball from Kiva, to be fair, at the back. She's kind of assessed what options were on there. It's a great pick out to find Noelle just at the edge of the box, so she's unlucky with that strike, but it's good to get a few shots on target early doors.
Has been a goal scoring period for Murray, settling in now to the SWPL 1. 5 goals she scored on all competitions. His ball was a bit of a slice and it's cleared up towards Swanson. Keenan gets in there first in the head of the Rangers forward. Murray for Ross again, trying to spot a gap, wasn't going to get anywhere near Lauder or Grant, but they were in the position. Murray collects. Grant with Barr as a shadow. Doherty trying to weed herself away from Hannah Robertson. Grant with the trickery. Rangers will get it at least half away. Good feat from Swanson to get away from Carthy. Sarah Robertson trying to find a bit of help, didn't quite come. Nice play again, and Rawson, one of our early runs in the game. Cut out well by Chelsea Watson. Grant turns away now in space. Neatly done for Kerr. Sam Kerr's turned for a shot and it's parried away. It's a good effort straight at the keeper. It had to be saved.
Great work by Abby there, to be fair. She's got really quick feet, always in training. She's getting taken out and people taking her down because they just can't handle how quick her feet are. So she's done really well there to find Sam, and it's a great strike, to be fair, from Sam.
Leon Ross looking to make an impact with their first corner of the game. Heading towards 7 minutes on the clock. Decides to go short with Lauder. It's a nice ball, just a little too high. Wasn't going to quite reach anyone in purple. Space again for Grant. Lauder was asking for it into the box. Good strike, and it's not far away again. Lauder's been on fire in these opening 7 or 8 minutes. That was a wonderful build-up player, that little wry smile. Getting a lot of joy along down the left-hand side there.
Yeah, Hayley does great there to make the run in. She's noticed Abby's come inside, so she's seen the space out wide and she's made a great run to the box. It's a shame she's just not managed to find the far post, but that's what Hayley gives you from the middle. She gives you great running ability and clever decision making when she's going forward, especially with her runs, so it's great that Abby's managed to pick her out.
Now Joe Love getting forward, going back cheaply, and Abby Grant this time, and that's another strike from range. They had one brilliant goal and they've had a few others that have been so close.
Well, that wasn't far away, to be fair. I thought that was going in the back of the net, similar to Hayley's strike earlier in the game, but it's great build-up play again. I mean, it's been Joe this time making a run from midfield, so that midfield rotation is really working for us at the moment, so hopefully we can capitalise on that.
Didn't quite work out that little ball through from Grant through the legs. Forward. It went. Well, easy enough for Alexander to leave it. Grant for Joe Love and Ross in space. Lauder lost that one. Kerr again spotted Ross peeling off the back. Looking to keep it in now. Was just always struggling to keep that one in. Not quite the best first touch. O'Neill getting plenty of time to run forward. Was always going to eventually run into a wall, but referee says it's a free kick. Joe Love given her protest. Chelsea Watson to deliver. Goes deep, and McCarthy just has to head it away from the attentions of Hannah Robertson. First bit of defensive work for City. Rangers with their first corner. Oh, and it came off Foley and almost, I think, gave her old side a goal there into her own net. It's half cleared. Adams trying to get back into the mix, and now break on for Lauder. Didn't get too far. That was a bit of a dicey moment. Come back to that Lauren. It was a good delivery in and was eventually cleared.
Yeah, it was a great ball in, actually, especially when the ball's right on top of the goalkeeper with so many bodies in the way. Luckily though, we've managed to get enough on it to get it clear, but it was a great ball in by the Rangers player there.
Nice switch ball that was for Muir. Sport was in there with Sarah Robertson. Swanson lurking behind into the box. Can't quite reach Hannah Robertson. A bit of defensive work over the last 60-90 seconds or so for the champions. Keenan's ball cut out by O'Neill. Sarah Robertson harried by Foley. Sarah Robertson got all sorts of pressure to try and get that away, and it's came back City's way in very quickly. On with Ross. Grant lurking. Had Barr just in front to put her off. Lauder this time. Again, Grant was waiting. Chelsea Watson's a big tall defender. Risen through the Rangers youth ranks. Foley looking for the run of Grant. Comfortable for another one of the young players on the team, Jordan Elliott. Fell kindly for Grant from Murray. Taking on O'Neill, and O'Neill winning that battle. Grant on the floor. Lauder has won this back. Grant back up onto her feet in time. Skillful ball. It's kind of wriggling its way just about to Doherty. Back it goes. Lauder Grant back into full flow. And full flow for a strike, but then straight into Elliott's hands. But Grant looking for a first league goal, and a come back to City, not far away. Hannah Robertson wriggles away. Carthy in a bit of a scramble here, and a hurry going on. Good stuff from Clark initially. Kiva Keenan rescues the situation. Kiva Keenan picked up well on the stretch by Grant. Lauder for Doherty. Love and Grant, that's not going to find Doherty. It's cleared away by Lauren Bart. Nice for Grant. Again, trying something a bit different. Certainly plenty of strikes on the fringe of the box. Grant with a couple in successive minutes there, Lauren.
Yeah, Abby's been fairly unlucky there. It's a good effort. It's quite also a difficult ball to take when it's just bouncing up like that, but she's done well to get a shot off. She's just looking to get one on target, maybe closer to the corner. The last one obviously straight into the keeper's hands there, so she can just get it perhaps maybe off to the side. Maybe a better chance of getting our first goal for us.
Doherty's long throw in here. Ross and Murray getting in the way of each other. Murray did well to try and get it out of her feet. Not quite finding Lauder. Seen too many of those skills last week against Hibs. Love dispossessed there by Swanson. Not got a great deal of help and support. She did have Clark though. Neat interlinking play. Swanson looking for the two Robertson, Sarah and Hannah. And both of them trying to combine, and both doing well, and City defending here again. Forward from Ross and Murray here on the chase, but flag up. Just waiting until Murray got near the ball. Shaking the head. Don't think you thought that was offside there.
Nah, I didn't. I at first glance didn't think it looked offside, to be fair. Thought she did well to stay on, but obviously maybe I'll be proved wrong by the replay, but that was just my initial disappointment there, because she was almost through into the box.
City have a free kick here. Played just over 22 minutes, 22 and a half minutes. And Ross looking to pick her target. And wasn't winning the plan book, that one, I don't think. Carthy searching and found Lauder. Watson cut out that pass. Comes back with the side under away purple. Grant looking for Lauder, who was always chasing, and Barbara's going to win that race. But it's in a good spot again. Sam Kerr, I think that went through the legs, found Joe Love and back to Foley. Was trying to skip away. Throw for Murray. Trying to dance her feet. Joe Love took a little nick. And I think Joe Love will be fed up every time I say she's in that sort of range. She's not scored for a while from that distance, but half a chance. I think the nick just took a little bit of sting off the shot.
Yeah, I think she's unlucky the ball's ended up a wee bit under her feet, so she's not been able to get the action on it that she's looking for in the power, but she's still got it on target, so well done to her.
Another free kick for City, one in a summer position, slightly more central, just a couple of minutes ago, didn't work out. So, lost once again. Didn't quite reach McCarthy. And they've done well, Rangers, to get it away and trying to break Swanson, but she's the only player up there for Rangers.
Done, Sammy. Some skill there from Noelle. A wee sole the foot roll through the legs. She's I fell victim to that a few times in training, so it's good to see her doing it in a game to somebody else.
One of many bits of showboat in recent games from Noelle Murray to go with the goals. We've had 2 or 3 free kicks in this spot or nearby in recent minutes, and we'll try again from here. Different routine. Murray set up Joe Love, and again just heading over. It's a story of the first half with a lot of these long distance tries. Different planned routine. I'm sure you've probably seen it in training lawn, but again just skywards.
Yeah, obviously it's something we're looking to do, you know, mixing up the free kicks so it's not just a ball into the box. So that one there's just been worked to Joe, and she's managed to get a strike on it, but again I don't think it was maybe perfectly the ball was perfectly set for her to have a clean strike at it, but I'm sure she'll say that she saves all her best strikes for the Champions League anyway, so we've got that to look forward to. Maybe in October time we'll see what happens.
Doherty over the top for Murray this time. Taking on Adams and taking them all on, actually. Just running out of space, running out of room, but using those silky skills once again.
I know she's done really well to work herself into position in the box. It's just a shame she couldn't get the final ball in, but you know, she's doing a lot of good work for us up there and holding the ball in and committing defender, so she's been really, really on good form the last couple of weeks.
Grant twists away. Came a bit of a cropper there, but we'll come back with Keenan, and all the way back to Alexander it'll go. Murray, not quite getting away from Watson, and that was O'Neill being, let's say, a little ruthless with that. I think she knew what she was doing, just to try and stop that, because Grant was motoring on with pace. So take 4 or take 5, I think, now from free kicks for Ross. Kiva Keenan at the back post just was always struggling to get a full bit of contact on it as she wanted. Getting closer and closer from these free kicks in that sort of position.
Yeah, we always know that Leanne's going to be putting a great ball in the box. She's our set piece specialist, I feel like. So it's a shame Kiva just couldn't get that more goal word. She's kind of stretching towards the end of that. So can they get, a great contact on it as we'd hope for, but just looking to try and get another goal to capitalise on all these chances we're having.
That would have bounced kindly for Grant. It did initially, but recovered by Watson, away by Elliott. Love Lauder now. Doherty on that left channel once more. Isn't going to come to anyone in purple. O'Neill got initial touch. Got his Gemmell that helped it on its way out to immediate danger. I think that was from Murray. Ross tried to find the space. Pumped away a second time, this time from Watson. Keenan up there and a bit of a slip and a slide, and Murray's going to capitalise this. It's a wonderful save. Parr and Watson were trying to juggle it away. In the end, it was well rescued by the Rangers keeper.
Yeah, it's a great save there. It's a really crucial save for Rangers there, because Noelle's managed to get herself in front of goal in a 1v1 position. From our point of view, we're looking to score those chances, but she's done really well to capitalise on the mistake, and it's a great save from the keeper, to be fair.
Rangers throw in. Flick on from Swanson. Away by Keenan. Any minor threat there dissipated quite quickly. Grant with a adventurous button, one back for Alexander.
She does well though. Lee's basically just like an outfield player playing in goals at times. She's so good with her feet, so she took that in her stride, just got her touch and passed it on to Sav. So really good having that at the back for us.
And now at the other end, here comes Docherty. Away it goes. It was initially by Watson, further cleared up the park from the home side. A missed pass there from Kerr, but pinballed its way back for City, and Murray finds Foley. Rushed out well by Muir. Eight minutes then to the break. City looking for a second before half-time cup of tea. Kerr back to Ross. Carthy up there at the back post. Couldn't reach it. Keenan up. Won't find Lauder. Only found Swanson. Who offloader will manage to get that away for Rangers. Grant trying to work the space. Murray with the initial control. Half away by Clark initially. Floyd did well to get something onto that. Love spotted Ross's onside. Foley and Love and Ross again. It's neat if it stays in for Joe Love. Foley, and it's another one spinning way over. Megan Foley has been waiting and waiting over the recent weeks to get her first City goal. It'll be a moment if she gets it against her former club, but not on that occasion.
It's a shame. It's such great build up there, and the ball just breaks on the edge of the box. But as I said before, it's a difficult ball to hit. One bouncing up, taking it on the volley. So it was a good effort, but hopefully she can get her shot on target next time. That'd be a better opportunity for her to get her first goal for us. But she's done so well since she's come in. She's been a great addition to the squad, and she's just sorted in as if she's played here for a number of seasons. So it'll be really good to see her get her first goal winning if it comes this season. So really hoping she can get that under her belt as soon as possible.
Grant, just a little shove there, surely it was. Warren Barr penalised. Five minutes to half time. Ross curls it. Kind of cross half a shot. Know what Leon Ross can do from that range, but comfortable for the keeper. Hannah Robertson on the Harry for the break, but she was the only Rangers player up there. Not a great ball. Now maybe trouble for the side leading. Just put out wide here is Muir. Gets it back to Gemmell. Looking for a touch, possibly in the centre of the area, but in the end comes through for Alexander.
Yeah, it's a great ball in by Gemmell. Played with her for a few seasons, a few years back when she played with City, and she's a great player. Left foot's one of the best in the league, I'd say. So it's a great delivery from her, but luckily for us, Lee's cropped up again and managed to pick it out there. So lucky get that away from us.
All given away, and it's going to be okay for the away side as the pass doesn't come to anything from Gemmell. Love for Murray. Grant did a bounce off her hand. Murray Perry's his play on, run into a Rangers wall. Doherty foul this time from Hannah Robertson. We've had plenty of free kicks on this, particularly on the left side, on various levels of distance away in this first half. They're going to go for something different to catch Rangers out, but that doesn't come to anything in the end. Your verdict?
I don't know. I've looked like just a coming together of the two players in my point of view, but the ref's given it, so unfortunately for us it's not mounted into a good chance, which I thought it was going to develop to be. So
Carthy looked a bit strong, but in fact it took a few seconds for the referee to think about it. There is a free kick here in the last 30 seconds or so of normal time in this first half. There's Watson to thump it forward. Swanson trying to get a touch on it. Came off Kerr. Love away for Abby Grant. Is there a sting in the break potentially? Here's Kerr. Foley providing overlap and a little bit stretched in the right side. Foley will deliver, looking for Ross. And well, Swanson, we'll call it good defending from Lisa Swanson, getting her neck back to try and help out defensively.
yeah, it's a really important touch here. If she's not touched that and got a foot on it, Leanne Ross is hopefully taking it down and getting a shot on from goal from inside the box. So it's a really important touch here defensively from Swanson.
Another free kick here for City. Abby Grant on the floor. A lot of little persistent fouls from the home side. Played a minute of value and time in this first half, so this probably will be just about the last bit of action. Ross floats in for fresh air.
She's finding a good area with a cross. It's just for some reason there's no runners in the box there, so not sure what's happened there, if it's been a bit of miscommunication, but it's definitely an area we look to attack.
Half time then at Newton Tobago. A flyer start with Haley Lauder scoring in just under 90 seconds to give the champions a lead. Plenty of shots from range from the away side. No further goals from them. Rangers had one or two little moments. So back underway for the second period then. No real sign of any changes yet. Kind of plateaued out at the end of the first period, but certainly City looking to stamp their authority with more goals in the second half. Rangers looking to take a chance to get back into it. Lauder put it off her back, but worked and picks it back up here. And on a sprint, Foley arriving at the back post. Couldn't quite connect as she wanted. Joe Love was in there too, but Lauder with the blustering pace.
Oh, it's a great ball in as well. When she gets there, she's put it right into the channel between the goalkeeper and defence. It's almost impossible to defend, so it's a shame Megan's obviously just steaming at the back post with her pace. She's obviously not managed to get the right connection on it, but it was a really good ball in initially from Haley.
Carthy found Grant, but only briefly. He was in a bit of trouble, but the last challenge was illegal, says Moira Agbiri, the referee. Quickly taken from Lauder. Dockery's delivery smashed off Lauren Bart. Murray trying to control Lauder. Murray's flick didn't find anyone in purple. McCarthy for Grant. Kerr, Lauder. Lauder with another ambitious try. So I think 3 attempts now from distance, 1 scored. A little bit frustrated with that, but again another strike from distance, not finding the goal. They are starting to tally up a little bit.
Yeah, that one's not too far away. Again, did well to work the ball into the edge of the box, and she's had a strike. Certainly something we've been looking to work on is getting more shots off at goal, and ideally more shots on target to test the keeper, but there has been a few attempts now, so hopefully another one will fly in for her.
Spinning a turn away from Murray. Abby Grant racing into the box. Kerr's there too. Murray going to try and dance through herself. There is Kerr, and it's found its way through the impossible little gap into the corner, and that's a wonderful strike. And she scored back right at the beginning of the season in the League Cup, if you remember, against Cheadfield Swifts, and she scored here in the league, first league goal since Forfar last year.
Yeah, it's great for her. Sammy's done really well. She's also one of the younger players. Maybe didn't play as much as she would have liked last season, but she's worked so hard. She's really attentive in training. She asks questions. She's always thinking about the game and that in training. She doesn't just go through the motion. She really works hard, and she's really deserving of her place in the team this season. I don't think she's missed many games, if any at all. So for her to get the goal there, that's well deserved, and really, really happy for her to get that.
Great moment there for Sam Kerr, and it is 2-0, but that isn't in the plan book as Swanson is through, and that wasn't really what was in her plan book, and an escape for City.
Yeah, luckily for us, it's a shot off target, but it's just lack of communication there between Nick and Sav. They just need to, one of them just needs to talk and say they're dealing with it and deal with it, you know. There's no talking there. We both get in each other's road, and unfortunately the ball's landed to a Rangers player, but thankfully for us, we've not conceded anything straight after we've scored that second goal.
That was nice from Keenan now. Foley on the overlap. Keeper there out to get it to Jordan Elliott ahead of Abby Grant, who was racing in behind. Keeper had to take it.
Yeah, it's really well done from the keeper in the end, because Megan zipped that ball into the right area again, so keeper's done well to read that and collect it in the edge of the box, edge of the 6-yard box.
Now Lauder again, picking up. Grant. Kerr, half thought about it. Grant with, I think it was a shot, but it funneled its way through, but Megan Foley was offside. Here's Grant. Doherty. Grant would continue to run. He'll covered back by Hannah Robertson. Love refound Doherty. It's his turn to try something a bit different. Foley trying to get there and does really well. And hammer away out into the M8 nearly, as Claire Gell was no nonsense.
It's a great ball by Leanne in behind the full back in the centre half to find Megan, and she does really well at that. Megan getting forward, using her pace and getting the first time ball into a dangerous area. So as you say, Gemma's done really well to read that and clear it out, because otherwise it's landing right in the middle of their goal. So great ball by Megan.
Just over 10 minutes into the second half. Ross spotted loads of space for Kerr. High. Kiva again leaves it for Foley and blasted over by Abby Grant. Another chance spurned, I think. We'll put it in that column.
Yeah, definitely. I think we'll be wanting to score from there when it's fell to Abby. I know she's just taking it on the half turn, a wee snapshot in front of the goal. Maybe got a little bit more time than she thinks, but sometimes you're in that position, you just see the ball and you just go for it. Unfortunately, she's caught it with the outside of her boot, looks like, and it's spun over. But Megan doing well to get in round the back post, noticing that Sam stepping onto it and will get a bit more whip on it, so was unlucky.
Clark was in the baton. The ref says not too much with the challenges. I think Gell's around there in the conversation, which has left it for Chelsea Watson. And it comes to nothing in the end, and a bit of a wasted opportunity for the home side. So Rangers change. Lisa Swanson's a lone furrow up front at times. Even had to come back and do a bit of the defensive work. Played 55, 56 minutes or so. So making way for Gemma Marriott to come on. Nice play this from City, keeping the ball in possession. Doherty and Grant exchanging the ball. Doherty with it. Headed only as far as Joe Love to try and finesse it its way into the goal. Well, another change here, and Leanne Crichton going to come on after having to miss last week through the knock she took against Hibs. If you're at the game, it was a thunderous one into the barrier, and managed to play the rest of the game. Hayley Lauder coming off. Just a quick word on Hayley Lauder's game. Obviously, the goal been pretty influential in the last couple of weeks, particularly.
Yeah, she always is. She's a really influential player for us. She's obviously vastly experienced playing international football, different teams in Europe. She's done really well today. That's that's her game. She knocks her pan in, she gives you everything she can for as long as she can. So really, really good goal to obviously get us in the front foot really early on, which is so important for us as well. You can settle the team down when you get a goal ahead so early in such a big game. So she's done fantastic today. Really good performance from her again.
Another Rangers free kick for Watson, looking for a better delivery this time. Was looking for Gemmell. It's put away by Foley. Adams trying to keep it in their control for the home side. Forward and long from Watson once more. Alexander was in a couple of minds there, just trickled enough into the box for it to collect. Long ball forward, looking for a couple of Rangers bodies. One of them was Sarah Robertson. Only found the vibrant strip of Alexander. Nice play again, and love Foley. Here's Kerr in and through for number 3, and she's got a double. And here come the buses, the 2 league goals in one afternoon in the sunshine for Sam Kerr, and that was just a brilliant bit of team move and an excellent finish.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, set up from Kiva initially, zipping the ball straight up to Noelle, who's obviously great holding the ball up first time off to Jo, and that's what Sam gives you as well in the midfield. So obviously I mentioned earlier, Hayley gives you forward runs, but Sam, young, full of energy, makes those runs day in, day out, and it's so good that her and Megan have managed to link up and she's managed to get that second goal. Really good for her, really happy.
And 2 goals in around about 11 minutes, and the second half has just eased the game to bed for the champions. Ball for Bart. Carthy clear it into Doherty's path. Got away with that. Grant couldn't find a teammate. Another change and no goal today, but some wonderful play, link-up play from Noelle Murray for City today. Carla Boyce is going to come on. Obviously came back in the last couple of weeks from a short loan at Spartans, so a chance for her to move back. A goal. She scored her first senior goal for the club. It was a game against Rangers a couple of years or so now ago. Noelle Murray, another trickery feet day for Noelle Murray, part of the play in the build up to some of the goals and some of the action.
Yeah, she holds up the ball really well for us, especially in the last couple of weeks. She's kept the ball and held the ball and taking people on in positions you wouldn't really expect her to. So wouldn't be surprised if she's featured heavily in the showboat. Not sure, maybe her and Hayley will just split it half and half, but done really well for us.
Free kick goes against City. Scott Booth not happy, and a little chat with the referee. Doherty with the long ball for Boyce. Excellent play here. Really found a bit of confidence scoring goals and getting plenty of playing time in the first few games with Spartans, and may well be a positive for City as the season goes on in purple or orange. Crichton in a bit of a stumble with Clark, and through and go. Here come Rangers. Hannah Robertson with the effort. Alexander, best save of the day. She's not too many really, but that was a point blank range one. Still in play here with Marriott, trying to find a little gap. Carthy gets it away. Did just creep out back with that chance. That was a wonderful save from Lee Alexander there.
Oh yeah, it's a great save. I've been lucky to train and play with Lee for a number of years when I was younger. When I just first came to City as well, and she's so good in 1v1 situations. She makes herself big, makes her goal much smaller, makes it difficult for you to get the ball past her. So she's done fantastic there, you know. She'll be looking to keep a clean sheet. That's her obviously coming off now to be replaced by Erin. But it was really good, really important save for us, that one.
And Clark is coming on for the final stage of the game. One for the future, definitely, and got plenty of game time coming off the bench and a few starts last campaign. Sarah Robertson has made way for Rangers, incidentally, as well. Hayley Sinclair on for the home side, and their substitute. McCarthy trying to middle through a little gap. Watson have that one covered just about. And boy, he's put enough pressure as he could on. Game with the hand and did. Referee giving that against Hannah Robertson. Talking rubbish. Nice ball flicked out wide. Sinclair. Feet for Clark to control and an effort on target, and first touch for Clackers in goal. Keenan in a spot of bother, and Sinclair and Keenan coming to blows. Keenan wasn't happy with the challenge. Keenan's got that flair about it. And Moray Puri trying to diffuse it in the best possible way, giving a yellow to both. Fell down for Foley, but sounded out by Gemmell. That ball from O'Neill only came as far as Ross. Adams was trying to get forward, and somehow it's came back the way. Neil put under pressure by Boyce. And Sinclair not happy, but it will be a City ball. Abbey Grant forward for Doherty. Is it going to be kept in? Kerr tried to keep it alive. It was a wee bad Carla Boyce, but it was a good delivery in the space. Again, half chances, not quite finding the right person, the right moment for another goal. Another change, and Cody Hayes going to come on. Abbey Grant making way. A bit tough for Abbey Grant, not quite getting goals as yet into our game since our return, but certainly plenty of assists and plays a part in the build-up. Looks a little frustrated, but certainly a contribution in some of these games can't be, unnoticed.
No, of course it's not. She does a really good job for the team. As you said in the first half, there was a lot of fouls on her. She's got such quick feet. She draws defenders in. She can win free kicks for us. She creates chances, as you said, and the goal will come. It's only a matter of time. It's just obviously frustrating for her, not getting one maybe as early on as she'd hoped for.
Could have been another one there. I think it was Foley coming in, wasn't it? Just trying to sneak in. Cody Hayes straight off the sidelines. Clear arms twisting away. Gap wasn't found and Ross was there to plug it. It's a Rangers ball. Both sides were going for it. Away it went from Barr, and Cody Hay could profit. Didn't quite keep it in their possession. Crichton just getting in there. Is back with the Rangers goalkeeper. Adams and Gamble across for Bart. Rangers looking for at least one back. Foley was there to stop it. Clark pinched that. Gamble looking for Sinclair if she can keep it in. Did well to do so. Just needing some more help though and didn't quite come. Kerr managed to fly it away.
Yeah, Sammy's really good in those positions as well. Although she's young, she's a really intelligent player and she does the defensive work as well as going forward and scoring goals as she's done today. So really important clearance from her there, and she does well to fill in the gaps at the back.
Kerr turned and twisted away. Cody Hay. Now Leanne Crichton making the run. Carla Boyce is in there too, trying to tee up Kerr. Crichton trying to win it back. There's so many options in there. Carthy losing that. Marriott's ball forward. Keenan back just to help out her centre half colleague. Cross for Boyce, it'll just be darted away by Rachel O'Neill. Boyce held it well for Foley. Came off Cody Hay last. Just over 10 minutes left. Rangers just trying to keep it at 3. It was a nice ball for Sinclair, and now had the helping from Muir. Forward for Hannah Robertson. Ross back to snuff out any danger. Ross going over the top for Carla Boy. She's through in goal here, and she is back with the club, but not quite finding the net. And either side of the keeper, that would have been in, but straight into her hands.
Yeah, she's just maybe on the stretch there at the end when she gets a strike off, but she does so well to get in that position. You always know what you're going to get from Carla. She's such a powerful runner, and she's been training fantastically well. She's made really good strides, obviously in her own development, going away on loan and things like that. It's difficult, but she's taken it all in her stride, and she's come back a really, really powerful force, and she's another great addition to the squad. It was unlucky there. Unfortunately, she didn't get the wee goal just to top that off.
Ross switching it for Cody Hay. Shot for Crichton. Will be another City corner.
It's a great first touch there from Cody as well. First touch just sets it up just to slide Leanne Crichton down the channel. Good block in the end to get the ball on me. Obviously corner for us now, but really good touch from Cody to start that off.
Shot here from Ross for Doherty. Been the story of the afternoon for plenty of shots from that distance, always just rising.
Yeah, we'll be disappointed by them. The shots have actually went over the bar. Obviously, our right foot isn't our strongest foot, but Nick's more than capable of getting it on target from there. She's shown in the past. I think it was maybe against Hibs her last goal. She came in on the right hand side and curled it into the back post. So she'll be a wee bit disappointed with that, but she's got herself in a great area from the corner.
Another free kick then to the away side. Another Rangers sub as well. Gemma Clark's been a bit of a handful for the game for the home side. Makes way for Rachel Ross, so another Rangers sub with around 6 minutes left. Doherty floating it in. Too much net for Boyce, and it was not going to reach Crichton. Forward for Boyce again. Foley. Boyce for Ross. And again, there's another shot on target to add to the tally, but another comfortable save for Elliott. Sinclair trying to get the link up with Hannah Robertson. Rangers looking for consolation in the final couple of minutes or so. Now up the other side, Kerr spots Cody Hay again. Cleared away by Bart. A lot of that, especially in the first half, but it's kind of petered out the last half an hour or so of the game after the two quick fire goals at the start of the second half for the away side. Cody took that shot from the corner for Ross and nearly caught out Jordan Elliott, caught out the Rangers defence, who didn't really close her down.
No, she actually ended up with quite a lot of time at the edge of the box there, and she's tried to whip it into the near post, catch the keeper off guard. So keeper's done really well though, seen it last minute and got a good hand to it and tipped over.
Looks like something a little bit more conventional for Ross from this corner. It's headed away by O'Neill. Care for Foley, left completely unmarked. Went in towards Boyce, tried to hook it, but the Rangers body in front of her, difficult to try and get the turn and shot away. into added time now in this second half. Well, it's just a little bit too much on that for Cody Hay.
Yeah, it's a shame. Carla's done really well to drop into those pockets and get on the ball and keep the ball as well as running in behind. So just looking for Cody's feet there, but just a bit too much on it.
Nice turn away here for Crichton. I think half thought about possibly a strike, but she's won that back. Boys can't keep hold. Putting all sorts of pressure on the Rangers defence. Doherty there did win it back off Bart. Is there a chance for a final goal in stoppage time? Doesn't look like it, and I think Doherty not happy with that, and I think she's pretty knackered. Refs had a little look at the watch, and they are the full-time peeps, and it is 3 points in a very comfortable afternoon in the most part for the champions at New Tinto Park under the sunshine, and they got going very quickly for the Wayside with Hayley Lauder scoring inside 90 seconds or so to give them the lead. A lot of missed chances, attempts from range, tested the keeper, but Sam Kerr with a double early in the second half can now put the game to bed by the hour mark, and it was a procession towards the end with City in control for the most part. Lauren McMurtry, your thoughts?
Yeah, I said before half time that we were looking to get that second goal with all the chances we created, so once we got that second goal we managed to keep possession well, build a few attacks, get another few shots on target, so it's a really good win for us. It's a hard team to play against, especially a hard place to come away from home as well, so we've managed to continue that momentum from last week. Big win last week, and it's another big win today for us, so we're really chuffed to get another 3 points on the board and keep that ticking over.
The final score here at New Tinto Park: Rangers 0, Glasgow City 3. Scott, 3 points, 3 goals. Could have been a few more out there, but it was a fairly comfortable day, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think we started so well. That was a fantastic goal from Hayley, and I think in some respects it kind of it sort of stopped us, because when we scored it straight after it, and it was so early, straight after it we just kind of stopped playing, and we felt like that was kind of it, and then because we then missed a number of opportunities after that, we gave Rangers a little bit of encouragement and to hang in there. And to be honest, I felt like the game should have been, over by half time, given the some of the football that we played was really good, and I felt like we got into really good areas again. And then with maybe not taking chances, making a few sort of poor decisions, and the quality on the end of our play at times just wasn't quite there, and it meant that we had to go out and do the hard work again in the second half.
I know a few times this season you've mentioned about chances not being taken. What's it going to click for them to happen?
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of frustrating, because it's not just for me, primarily for the players, because a lot of their play now is it's good stuff building up. We've worked hard at it, and they're putting that into practice, but then we're getting into areas, and as you say, we're a bit wasteful. But I felt that we kind of got over that a little bit last week. We talked about it, and we had a lot more quality on the end of our play last week. But again, this week, we just need to stay focused and make sure that when we are getting these opportunities, that we're taking them. But that said, the girls got the 3 points today, and clean sheet, and I thought Sam Kerr took goals really, really well. So that's a good sign when midfield players are getting into areas like that and being composed. So that was good to see.
Obviously last week it was a big win against Hibs, back on top now. Did it feel better to be sort of in charge of things now? You got your hands on the pulse?
Yeah, I think it's so tight, Callum. It's there's a point in it, and there's a lot of tough games to come, and we're working towards being better in all departments within our game. And today was good. We got 3 goals, we got 3 points, we stay top. So from that perspective, we're very happy. But we've got a midweek game to come, so it's a sort of busier time for us.
Yeah, just on that, finally, it's about 72-74 hour turnaround. How easy is that going to be to turn everything around for a midweek game like that?
Well, girls will probably like it because they'll get no training from me. They'll just be more or less recovery tomorrow, and then into the game on Wednesday. And players like that. Players prefer playing games than they do training anyway. So that's not an issue. And I was able to rest a couple of players in the second half as well, which was good.
Yeah, it was definitely big. Obviously we put in a lot of hard work last week to go top, and that's something we wanted to continue and improve on and really consolidate ourselves up there, and I think we did that today, and it was some good goals as well from Sam.
Rangers can be tricky games. Were you slightly surprised how comfortable it looked, or it felt, certainly watching on for the 90 minutes today?
Yeah, Rangers have always given us a really good game. I think pre-season showed that. They were tenacious and all over the pitch, and I don't think much changed today. I think we played quite well. We obviously got an early goal and that settled us down nicely. I think there could have been a few more if we had a better final ball or better finish, but yeah, I think it was a good game for us again.
It certainly seems a little pattern that there's chances left on the table. Is this something that they can still build on ahead of the summer break in a few weeks?
Yeah, definitely. I think we just need to keep pushing now, and we've got, I think, maybe 4 games before the break now, and I think we just need to keep pushing and getting the 3 points and putting ourselves in the best position as possible going into the break.
And finally, Hamilton, that was a tricky game 2 or 3 weeks back. Midweek, not a lot of time to recover. How is that going to be to get round in the head?
Yeah, I think it'll be, recovery-wise, it'll be fine. I think we're all professional enough, sensible enough that we'll be recovered well enough, and tomorrow night we'll just be in talking about this game and then progressing and moving on, looking forward to the game on Wednesday. And it's a game we all like when games come round thick and fast, so we'll be looking forward to it.
Sam, so 3 points, 3 goals, couple for yourself. It was a good day for yourself.
Yeah, well, it's really good to score. I mean, it's a rare occasion, so for me to score today, I mean, I think everyone was a wee bit shocked, but happy at the same time.
I think after you scored your first goal last year, there was a bit of a joke or two about the celebration. Have you worked your celebration out yet?
Oh yeah, I have a couple of new celebrations, but I'm saving them for a screamer for the future, so you'll see.
And generally there was a lot of chances on goal today. You played your part in a lot of them, setting 1 or 2 opportunities up. How was it in general? Because it was 3 goals, could have been more.
Yeah, I mean, we could have been more. We just didn't really take our chances. But I mean, after half time, I feel like we came out and we improved our game more and got better patterns of play. And we've been working on the things we're working on in training. So it's good to get that involved in the game. But maybe a wee bit disappointed that we never finished the end product. But we can always improve in that next time.
Was the win last week against Hibs a real stepping stone in terms of confidence going forward in this run towards the summer break?
Yeah, well, I feel like against Hibs we just lost that at the last minute just a couple of times, and I feel like that win last week really sparked us back up again, and we're playing more as a team and we're playing more together, and I feel like we're more confident in what we're doing now. So I feel like the win really helped us, and it's helping us in the future now.
Quick turnaround for Wednesday's game. Everyone going to be ready and ready to go for that?
Yeah, well, in for recovery tomorrow, and we've just got to flush out all the bad from our legs, and obviously the people on the bench and stuff like that, they have the opportunity to come on and make a difference, because everyone will be needed in the Wednesday game.
Well done today.
Thanks.